the Scott Family Homestead off-grid. Um, just doing an update video here. I know we haven't posted in a couple weeks. Been pretty busy with the holidays, and we just moved my little brother out here to Colorado, so um, it's just been a busy time. um, as you can see, we already got the Christmas tree up. And as you can see peeking behind me, we had a little bit of an early Christmas present. Um, I will get to those here in a second. So, as you can see, we got some solar panels, along with the charge controller, a Bluetooth module, the mounting brackets, a few fuses, and the wiring. This is a set from Renergy. Picked it up on Black Friday for roughly about $720 odd. But yeah, these are the monocrystalline 100 watt panels. So you have 100 watts each panel. So we have 4 panels equaling a 400 watt system. And then along with it, we have the little Bluetooth module here. Oh, sorry, let's see if that'll focus. A little Bluetooth module just helps so that way you don't have to plug in your computer to monitor all your different parameters and seeing what you're actually getting for as far as your solar charge, I guess, if you will. And then we have a 40 amp MPPT Rover charge controller. From all the reviews I've done, everything this setup should be more than sufficient for what we're looking to use it for. It also comes with the mounting brackets, and you got an inline fuse here, another fuse there, then all the cabling. And I use this little device here. It's the kilowatt meter. I'm sure if you've watched any videos on solar, almost everybody uses this thing. Fairly inexpensive, and you can kind of calculate what you're going to use as far as power. I'm ecstatic about this. I've got some sealed lead acid batteries already. Those are actually chilling up in my loft, and I just didn't want to bring them all the way down for this video. I'm hoping tomorrow to try to set it all up and just kind of test it out. Not going to really be using it since we're still on grid and we just don't have the room for it right now. But they'll be in storage until we, build our cabin out there in Oklahoma. So I'm, like I said, guys, I am just super excited about this. So, as I'm sure a lot of you are already asking, why such a small system, 400 watts? A lot of you experienced people with solar are going to say 400 watts won't do anything. To be honest, we're not looking to power everything off of this. It's going to really power our RV pump. We're not going to live in an RV, but we're going to use a RV water pump to supply water to our little cabin that we're going to build. Also, it needs to power our refrigeration. I'm working on trying to get a 3-way, refrigerator. By 3-way, I mean, 120 volt, 12 volt, as well as propane, found in RVs, campers, so on and so forth. Haven't had much luck with finding a decent one. Again, we're on a budget. We're trying to do this cheaply, but still have all the creature comforts that we want. We need to have refrigeration. We just want to do it. We want to try to get everything we can while we're still on the grid, and then build on that once we're out there. As far as this system, if it has to power a regular refrigerator, not going to be as efficient. We wouldn't do a regular refrigerator to begin with. We would do probably a deep freezer, a small deep freezer, and then a second small deep freezer, and convert one of those into a refrigerator by changing out the thermostat on it, or there's a few other methods to do it, but yeah, so after using our little kilowatt meter, which, give me 1 second, I'll grab. So after using our little kilowatt meter, we found out that the things that we're going to power off of this don't use that much power. They really don't. Even those deep freezers, those things are very well insulated, especially if you're using one as a refrigerator. You can even use your deep freezer, freeze some ice buckets, put it in the refrigerator. That way the refrigerator isn't cycling constantly. It's still all going to be an experiment, but we do have a 3,500 watt generator, inverter generator that, if worse comes to worse, we can still power everything off of that. Not going to be as efficient. We had to pay for fuel. We think, we're not sure, this whole solar, this solar setup is a mystery to everyone until you actually start doing it, and then you kind of figure out what you're actually going to use. I'm saying this like I know what I'm talking about, which I really don't. We decided just to go ahead and jump into it and buy it. Why I went with the Renogy set, no particular reason. I mean, I do a lot of reviews. I watch a lot of reviews on YouTube, read comments on, customers that have purchased them. Renogy just seemed like the safest bet for us. We want something that's going to work. It's going to work well. And it's not the cheapest, but it's also not the most expensive you can buy either. We went with the monocrystalline panels instead of the polycrystalline. The monocrystalline is supposed to get more efficiency. They're supposed to be more efficient at collecting the sun's energy and converting it into usable power, from what I understand. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I everything I have read, researched, and watched off of other YouTubers has led me to believe this. The only thing that we are missing currently, because we do have the battery bank, I don't have that down here. It's a very small battery bank. I think it's a total of, what do I got? 77, so 210 amp hours right now. Not huge, but it should do what we want it to do, I hope. So that's kind of where we're at with this. I just wanted to kind of show you guys, we're not off grid yet. We're working towards it. We have certain things that we want to have, especially having a young one. Logan's only 4 months old right now, and we want to make sure we have all the things we need to make sure he is taken care of, as well as ourselves. If it was just Jess and I and the dogs, it wouldn't be such a big deal. We go live in a small shack with no power, nothing. But with a baby, things get a little, I don't know how you want to say it, more complicated. You have to make sure that, he has everything he needs to be safe and to grow and, to live a life that, not saying you can't do it without. Many people have done it without, and they did it, way before my time. It just makes it a lot easier, especially with having a young one. So out of all the research we've done, if we just power our small refrigerator, deep freezer, hopefully we can get the, propane refrigerator. That's what we ultimately hope to get. But if worse comes to worse, we use 2 deep freezers that convert one into a refrigerator, and the power usage on that, it cycles off and on. It's not constantly running. It does have a constant pull of power, but it doesn't run constantly. So when people are looking at the tags on these things and they're saying, 400 watts of use or, whatever, it doesn't constantly run. It runs for 5-10 minutes, shuts off, keeps that temperature, then runs again, when the temperature drops below a certain point, or goes above a certain point, I should say. So we really think we can power that, along with our 12-volt pump, some LED bulbs, and maybe a little bit of TV here and there. We're not going to be connected to any utilities or municipalities, so TV is just going to be, whatever we can catch off of the air. We have a little satellite or an antenna that we use to, get HD channels out of, thin air. So, yeah, that's kind of why we went with this. But like I said, I encourage everybody to do their research on products and panels, really anything you buy. I am a very big believer in some of the brand names, especially like DeWalt, Milwaukee, things like that, as far as tools. I didn't go with that because my budget doesn't allow me to do that. So I actually bought things like, Rigid Tools, the Home Depot brand. I bought some Harbor Freight stuff, quite a bit of Harbor Freight stuff actually. But I did a lot of research, spent many hours researching every item I purchased from Harbor Freight, or even the ones on from Home Depot, or these solar panels behind me. I spent hours upon hours upon hours for months researching all this stuff before I finally jumped and made a purchase. Just so happened I happened to purchase a lot of it right around Black Friday. Those prices are great, and it's all about doing things on a budget, saving as much money as we can, but getting the things that we absolutely need to make our dreams a reality. We would like to put the question out there for all of you other viewers, people that are living this lifestyle already, people that have solar, or people that have good recommendations on it. We are looking to find a pure sine wave inverter. Roughly, we're looking for 1,000 to 2,000 watt inverter. With having a peak of 2,000 to 4,000, whatever. We have done a lot of reviews, but there's just not that many great reviews out there. We've watched a lot, I should say. There's not a lot of great reviews out there, and it still leaves me with questions, and I don't like purchasing something without knowing a little bit more about it. So if any of our viewers out there have got a recommendation on a pure sine wave inverter, a good one, anybody can say any of them are good. We've read so many different comments, reviews, everything, and it is the one thing that we are struggling with, is finding one that we can trust, because as most of you know, pure sine wave inverters are running anywhere from $100 all the way up to thousands of dollars. So we want to stay right around the 300. Well, less would be better if it's a decent inverter. But we want to stay around the $200 to $600 range, which I think we should be able to get a decent inverter around that price. But we're just not having any luck finding a trusted brand, or a trusted inverter. There's several of them out there flooding the markets, and there's bad reviews, there's good reviews, and we just aren't sure. So if anybody has any experience with inverters, of course the $2,000 ones would be great, or the $1,000 ones would be great, but it's just not in our budget. We need something to work for us, and we're having a little bit of a tough time figuring that one out. So if anybody out there has any information, please comment in our comment section on this video and just let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you guys. Also, I would like to give a shout out to another channel. They actually just gave a shout out to us. Their name is Just Living, and they gave us a shout out. It's a lady and her wife, and we really do appreciate that. You know, we like to see this community coming together. But they gave us a shout out, and it helped us get some new subscribers. And you know, it's all about helping your fellow man. And we really like what she's doing over on her channel. So if you guys would go look at Just Living, her channel is all about DIY, empowerment of women. We completely support all of that, and we really like what her channel's providing. So if you guys want to go check out some of her DIY videos, she's got some great stuff. She goes over, you know, she introduces herself and her channel, and we really enjoy watching her videos. So again, like, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you guys think about pure sine wave inverters. We could really use help. So thanks, guys. Bye.